Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video with your boy Santos. Today I'm going to make some shrimp Alfredo as I show off the shrimp, no tails, and my seasonings. We're going to dry off the shrimp with some paper towel on both sides, fold it over, pat it down. We want to dry them out before we season them up today. And then once they're nice and dry, we'll start the seasoning. And I'm going to start first with some salt and just sprinkle that around all over. We're not going to worry about doing each side because after I season with all my seasonings, we'll mix it all around. Then some black pepper, sprinkle around just like we did with the salt. I'm going to do this with all my seasonings. Parsley up next. You guys know I like parsley. Parsley all over. And then after that, I'm going to hit it with some basil. And it almost looks like I'm seasoning my cutting board. But I like to season my food. I don't like bland food. After basil, we're going to sprinkle around some oregano. Yeah, real quick. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. All over the place. Almost done seasoning. After that, I'm going to put some red crushed peppers for a little bit of spice. You guys don't have to do this if you don't want to. This is just my preference. And then after my shrimp are nice and seasoned up, I'm going to treat them like dominoes. And I'm going to mix it all around and get all the seasonings on both sides all around. And just make sure we get all the seasoning off my cutting board and just onto the shrimp. As I shuffle my shrimp around. I like my food to be evenly seasoned, so that's why I do things like this. And then once we're done with this, I'll put my shrimp to the side for a moment. And then we could start on the pasta. Alright, I think I played enough. Today I'm using some penne. And I already have my pot with water in it, a few drops of oil and salt. We need that to boil before we add the pasta. So while we wait for it to boil, I'm going to start cooking up my shrimp. So a little bit of olive oil, excuse me, stuttering. I'm going to move that around the pan a bit. And I'm going to add some garlic. I didn't use garlic powder to season my shrimp, so I wanted to use this garlic and cook it up, see what that would taste like. Something different for me, something new, different little strategy, and we're going to spread that around. And I'm going to let that cook for a little while before I add my shrimp or anything else into the pan. Give you guys a quick look. You guys don't like to play with my food. Just move it around. See the garlic's getting a little golden brown. I'll let it cook a little bit more before adding my shrimp to the mix, which I'm going to do right now. I honestly just took a handful, I didn't count, just tossed them in there. You guys know when I cook, I'm only cooking for myself. And I'm just going to let the shrimp cook in that oil and garlic for a bit. I'll play around with the shrimp, mixing it around and stuff like that, making sure everything is like evenly distributed. Playtime. Alright. Looks like my water's boiling now. Once the water starts boiling, just put your pasta in there, whatever pasta you decide to choose. And you just leave that alone, let it boil for a while, and stir like 2 or 3 times. You don't want the pasta to get stuck to the bottom of the pan. Like, that's what the oil and salt is for. It helps that. And while that continues to boil, we'll go back to the shrimp, play around with that. I love spinach, so I'm going to add some spinach to the mix. Always grab like a nice big handful, because as soon as the spinach touches the frying pan, it will start to shrink. So even though that looks like a lot, in the end it's not much. It's not much. And it doesn't take long to cook at all. While we have everything else working, I decided to put some garlic bread in the oven. I put it at a temp of 425, about 4 minutes on each side of turning them. Not something quick. Once you see that the water's almost gone in your pasta, you could drain the remaining. Steamy, steamy. Yeah, cooking pasta's fast and easy. It's just whatever meat you cook with it. That's what takes the most time. So look, spinach basically disappeared. I'm gonna add like a big boy spoon of pasta into the pan. And then I'm gonna follow that up with some ragu Alfredo. Now you can put as little or as much as you want. I don't always cook my pasta like this. I was just trying something different for the video. And just mix it all around. Want to get that Alfredo all over your pasta, your shrimp, and spinach. Just mix it all up. And once you're done, pour it into your plate. I was trying to scrape all the sauce as I can. And this is an easy recipe. I think anybody can do this as long as you have the ingredients I showed you. And once you got it into the plate, just throw a piece of bread on that bad boy. And you're ready for dinner. And you guys know I always take a few pics just to give you like the ultimate close-up. I did forget to add some cheese, so I did that off camera. Some grated Parmesan. Add an extra bread. And that's dinner. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.